I just heard recently that Unknown Worlds, the creators of Subnautica, they have just been bought out. Yes, that's right, bought out by a company named Krafton. This is huge news, huge news. Like, they are the ones that created PUBG, and so they have been bought out, and we're going to talk about what this means for the company, where they're going to be progressing and going forward from here, and I might give a few of my opinions on why I think this happened. All right, so here is the article right here on the website that was linked directly from the Subnautica website. This is Krafton's official article, and I'm just going to kind of like highlight a few, key points of this right here. It says that Krafton, known for its global hit title PUBG Battlegrounds and the upcoming AAA title, the Callisto Protocol, today announced its decision to acquire the creators of Subnautica Unknown Worlds. This latest decision continues Krafton's expansion strategy of securing and investing in top-tier talent that aspires to evolve, innovate, and create new experiences. Unknown Worlds becomes Krafton's sixth independent studio, joining a stable of other seasoned developers that include PUBG Studios, Striking Distance Studios, Blue Hole Studio, Rising Wings, and Dream Motion. So they've been expanding. They've been buying out all these little indie companies, and they kind of just go on and talk about, brag about themselves, whatever. But there's a couple things I thought I'd point out here. It says that it was immediately apparent how closely Unknown Worlds and Krafton are aligned in the way we think about games and game development, said Charlie Cleveland, CEO of Unknown Worlds. Subnautica and PUBG both started humbly and evolved successfully through constant iteration and feedback. We want to bring new games to the world stage, and with Krafton, we're a big step closer. We're truly looking forward to our future together. So, they're making a statement. They're making it clear that Unknown Worlds is happy with this move. They've chosen, they were bought out by a company that they chose that they have the same ways of thinking, the same goals, and this is, they're happy with this. So we should be happy too. Now here's the big news right here. Unknown Worlds will function as an independent game development studio wholly owned by Krafton and will continue to operate globally with talent seated throughout the world. Unknown Worlds structure and leadership will remain in place to retain its unique creative identity. In addition to ongoing updates for Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero, Unknown Worlds is currently working on a new genre-defining game, which is slated to launch in early access 2022. We already know about the other game they're working on, so they're making a statement. They're saying that everyone is going to remain intact. They're still going to be in control of what they're doing. They're still going to call the shots, make Subnautica games as we know it, and they're still going to continue creating this game. Not Subnautica, I don't know what it's called, but this other game that they're working on that's going to be in early access for 2022. So that's the good news. Now, we all have our own... I've been hearing a lot of people online, having their own opinions about this. Some good, some bad. Everyone's just a little frightened, and for good reason. I think a lot of people, what they're afraid of is that Subnautica is no longer going to be Subnautica. That you've got this other company that's going to come in and say, okay, well, we call the shots now, and we don't like what you're doing. We want to change this. We want to change that. And, obviously that's something to be afraid of. I don't believe that's going to happen. My opinion is I think everything's going to be fine. I think that they're going to have a bigger budget. They're going to have a lot, more people with a lot more experience and staff at their disposal to help them out. And they need that with all these delays and updates that we've had. But I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so my opinion on why I think that this happened. So lately, as you all know, even us in the modding community, we have been waiting and waiting and waiting for a long time on many things, for mods to be released, for updates to be released, and whether you own Subnautica on the Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, whatever. I run it on PC, so I don't really have many issues. But the bugs are still very frequent, very common, and even if you look at the website, there is, a lot of news articles saying that we're still not happy with how Below Zero is running on Switch. We're still, they just recently fixed the issue with some of the save files for PlayStation 5, and So, you know, you have this small company, and you have this enormous amount of pressure. You know, this big title, it was started off small, it went huge, and now everyone's playing it, everyone loves it, and now you get all this backlash and all these angry people because of the fact that, well, you know, the updates, the bugs and everything, and it's not getting fixed as quickly as people want it to. You know, people are very impatient nowadays, so enormous amount of pressure on the developers and everything. So in my opinion, the reason why this happened is they probably saw an opportunity, and, you know, of course it was, I'm sure, a profit on their case, on their, you know, I don't really know exactly how this works, but I'm sure they made, you know, some extra money doing this, selling it out. And they also said, hey, you know, we're not able to release these updates, we can't work fast enough to get this done, so you know, this would benefit both of our companies. And so with this extra amount of extra budgeting, extra staff, extra, you know, helping hands, you know, more expertise, these people can help them out to get this done. So in my opinion, I don't think we have anything to worry about. I think this is great. I think this is good news. I believe that, you know, all the updates, all the things that we're looking forward to, the potential changes to Subnautica, you know, the add-ons that they've been talking about, this update, this huge update, that, you know, the whole mod apocalypse thing, I believe all this is going to come sooner now that we have more help for Unknown Worlds to help them out. Alright, now if you play Subnautica on the PlayStation 5, you can rejoice because they now have the 1.2 update released. This was just 3 days ago. And what this does is it fixes the save files disappearing. Now, as a PC player, I don't have this problem, but I can imagine just how frustrating that would be. There's a few more updates that they've kind of released, and it's also apparently for below zero as well. But they also fixed screen tearing on 4K displays, VSync on performance mode, dynamic resolution support. So, you know, they've ironed out a few things here, but I mean, your save file disappearing would be extremely frustrating. So thankfully they have finally fixed that. Alright, and I'm sure by now you probably already read the What's Next for Subnautica series update on their website. But one thing I do want to highlight on this article right here is it talks about how their goal is to get below zero and Subnautica on unified versions of Unity and merge the code base back into a single branch. And, you know, skipping all the technical mumbo jumbo here, you know, that basically, you know, once we get updated for Subnautica, the original Subnautica, we will be one step closer to getting that gargantuan Leviathan mod once that they finally release this update, and then all of the modders, you know, can go from there and they can progress. Also, we have they're talking about wanting to update the vehicle docking. Now, if I had to guess, I would say this is probably because, you know, in below zero you got the moon pool, and when you put your sea truck in there, you have to release all of the sections to it just to get in there. And so that kind of, it's almost completely counterproductive. It really is. And the survey is already over, but, you know, I think that is the main reason why that they had to take a step back and say, hey, we need to rethink this, and we need to, you know, get some ideas from the community and figure out how we can improve the vehicle docking. And that's pretty much everything for the Subnautica and Unknown Worlds updates. I'm going to be making more videos specifically for the Subnautica mod updates and what's been going on in the modding community. But that's all I have for now. Leviathan Kraken, please like and subscribe. I've been gone for a little while, but I'm going to get back into the routine of making these videos and keeping up with all the new updates. So, peace out, guys.